Welcome back! We now have answers for all the questions. Yes, this is Bingothon. Yes, we're supporting Fred Hutch Cancer Research. Yes, you can donate by typing !donate or using the link underneath this video. And yes, we are back with our next game, Road Trip Adventure with CaveL1ghter. CaveL1ghter, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm excited for some chill times driving little chibi cars. Having
I think we're ready too.
a good little road trip to end out the marathon. Great to be here.
Sounds like an adventure. Well, whenever you'd like to get us started, I think we're good to go.
Yeah. So I guess I'll just count us down in 3, 2, 1, and go. So back again for the however manyth year in a row. It's been a long time since I started doing this game at Bingothon. Now, if you somehow don't know about this game, this is well, it's a road trip adventure. You go on a little road trip. It's an open world game. There's plenty of racing, plenty of cars to talk to, NPCs. It's a fun old time. So looking at this card off the bat here, I can pretty well tell that it's going to be a little bit of a difficult one to get done, but I think it's manageable within the time estimate, so it's going to be a nice close run. Not too quick, not too long. Should fit in perfectly if we get it done in the right order. First of all, I'm just going to like drive this way, because runs always start the same in this game. There's a particular item you need to get that sort of speeds things up a huge amount, so you might as well just go for it straight off the bat.
See, this game looks adorable. I love the style that it's using.
It's fantastic. It's based off of the Chorokyu series of toys in Japan, which are like a bunch of chibi toy cars. They have the proportions like squished to be cubic.
Did we just drive off a cliff at the edge of the map?
Yeah, we're driving into the ocean. So we're gonna be driving under the ocean to an island, go visit some people and get a certain item.
Sure, that's how cars work.
Yeah.
Would not recommend trying this at home, but...
Yeah, you shouldn't really drive your car into the ocean in real life unless you somehow have a car that's built for driving under the ocean, which you probably do not, so I wouldn't recommend doing that.
Real life Alfa Romeos do not have the ability to drive underwater.
That is correct. Alfa Romeos rust in air. I have no idea how they would fare in water. So yeah,
like a normal way to get to this island, and we're just taking a shortcut, or is the game actually expecting you to just drive underwater?
So the island is supposed to be reached underwater. The route that I'm taking is very unusual because you're not supposed to go to this place from the start of the game. You're only supposed to find out about it as like one of the last areas that you visit. But since it's one of those games where if you know the locations of everything, you can kind of just go there right from the beginning, so... Gonna go into the factory here, get a warp point. And here comes the really annoying part, is a somewhat precise jump. If you've been speedrunning for a while, it's pretty easy to get consistently, but it can still get you from time to time. And there we got it. Sweet.
Nicely done.
And now we gotta talk to this guy in this house who... His wife has gone missing.
The cars have marital relationships in this game?
Oh yeah, of course. It's like people, naturally.
Silly
but
of me to ask.
but yeah, so his wife has just like run away, and we're gonna go find her. Turns out she's just chilling around here.
This raises terrifying questions. Were they married by a car priest or a car notary?
Who knows? That's for the
Hard.
cars to know, not us.
Can they use notary stamps? Like, do you just put tire tracks down as your signature in legal documents?
I suppose, but you could buy counterfeit tires pretty easily.
I don't know,
Oh,
maybe
God.
tires are like fingerprints in this world.
But yeah, so that was his wife right there, the
Yes.
green Porsche. So it turns out she ran away from him because she saw a picture of a younger woman in his house, and she realized it was a younger version of him. I mean of her, sorry. So she didn't realize that he had a picture of her in his house, and now she ran away from him, and she's like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry." So I'm gonna
Can
go
we also
report back to him.
talk about the fact that we drove up a sheer cliffside at one point recently? Like,
Oh, yeah,
Being driven
that's-
by one of Skyrim's horses.
That's just things cars do in this universe. And now he's like thankful that I decided to actually talk to his wife, which he didn't do. And gives me the jet turbines. So now we can go really fast. And now the real fun begins. Now we can actually start doing some of these missions. I'm trying to get a quick look at what we need to do first of all. I guess getting all the coins in Peach Town is pretty useful. So I realized I think I forgot to equip the upgrade that I bought right at the beginning of the run. Oh no, I did equip it, okay. So there's a lot of like coins around the world, 100 to be precise, and I'm gonna just collect all the ones in this particular area because this is Peach Town, and that's one of my goals. This coin in particular is pretty annoying to get sometimes. Because of exactly that. There we go. Got it.
I do love that we just have flames now. Like, not only are we going faster, but we look cool.
Exactly. And that's why starting off the run with that is the most important thing.
It's not for
Speedruns
the
are
actual
pers-
speed or time save. No, it's purely to look cool.
Of course, yeah.
One thing that definitely looks cool are the people at home who have donated for our wonderful event. For example, NB Rain, who has put forward $7 and simply says, beep beep. Thank you very much to them.
Oh, getting stuck on the geometry a bit there. I think there's a coin up here somewhere that I need to get. Yep.
I do also want to add in that donation brings us to $1,599.56 so far in our event. We are so close to that next $100 mark. I'm really excited.
And to reverse up this wall. There's something interesting about the physics in this game is the detection for like stopping you from going up walls only works when you're driving forwards. So you can just like reverse up walls and it doesn't care.
It's now too. Does this game operate on a set day and night cycle, or is this triggered by different activities?
It's a set day and night cycle. It'll skip ahead whenever you warp to a location, but other than that, it's like I think it's a day every hour or so, if I remember correctly. I might be wrong on that, but just gonna go into a house and pick up some more fuel. There is fuel in this game when you're driving around, and it refills every time you enter a building, so it's not a huge deal.
So every building is its own little gas station.
Pretty much. I guess it's like food, like you stop at someone's house and they give you something to eat.
Makes sense.
Trying to think where else in the initial area. Actually, there was a coin over there. Oh yeah, on that hill, I forgot. There's a lot of coins in this first town, so it's kind of hard to remember them all. And unfortunately, I'm not a 100% runner, so I don't remember all the little details.
How long have you been running this game?
I guess going on for like 6 years now, but I haven't been super active some of that time, so it's like kind of an on-off thing for me.
Oh, 6 years. That's awesome.
But I have definitely been playing this game for a lot longer since it was the first game I ever owned, so goes a long way back in this case.
That's absolutely incredible.
Coin right here, I think. Yeah, there it is. The initial steering when you start out the game is so slow, it can be a real pain. Oh, we're flying up in the air, okay.
Do you get upgrades for steering as the game progresses?
Yeah, so it's kind of like Gran Turismo, like you do races to get money to buy more upgrades.
Oh. Are we just winning all the races now that we have the magical rocket boosters, or do those get taken away at race moments?
No, we can just use those in races.
I see.
So
Okay.
the island that I jumped to or like drove to right at the beginning of the game is it's supposed to be like one of the last locations that you reach in the game, like normally when you don't know what's going on. So you're kind of not supposed to have these until like right at the like midway through the game, pretty much.
I see.
And so if you actually go there early on and just get these by knowing the location, then you can pretty much skip through the first few races like really easily because they're all slow.
I do want to share as well. We got a new donation in, $10 from Plus Nomad, who says, RTA best game. Always going to support when I know it's on. Sunday the bus drives over the west side. Thank you so much, Plus Nomad. And that does bring us to over $1,600 raised so far for Fred Hutch Cancer Center. The exact donation total right now stands at $1,609.56. Thank you so much, everyone. We're getting ever closer to that $2,000 mark. You're doing wonderful.
Keep going, keep donating.
And a reminder, if we hit that $2,000 before the wrap-up starts, one of the organizers, Rob, will actually be in a Bluey costume. A very quality Bluey costume, I will say. I have seen a sneak peek for the entirety of the wrap-up, which is very much something we'd love to see. So if that gives you any extra reason to donate, again, !donate, or use the links below the stream.
Very, very Bluey themed Bingothon we've been having this year.
It really is. Is there any Bluey tie-ins in this game that you can think of?
No.
Ah, dang. We'll have to
Most
make
certainly
one.
not.
Bees. That's been the other theme throughout.
We have had a lot of bees.
Bees? No, I don't think there's any bees in this game either. Unless you count the like engine sound of the car as a buzzing of a bee.
Sure, why not? We'll take it.
Right, let's... do we have the windmills as a goal in this? Doesn't look like it. That's unfortunate. So this guy has like a quest where you have to guess how many wind turbines he has in his backyard. No, it's a pain to count them when you don't know the answer. But luckily we don't have to do that anyway. I don't think there's any more coins in this area, so I'll check the bridge real quick. There might be one there.
I will
yeah.
say, looking at these goals, a lot of them, it's like, okay, I have an idea of what that might look like. But Sleepy Brian gave me a body. Can you? Is that like? Is there a murder, or is that like a car body upgrade that you get?
It's a car body, so you can change
Okay,
like
alright.
you can change like the look of your car by putting new bodies on.
I see.
And
I
they're
was a
all
little nervous when I saw that on the board. It's like, this game seemed a lot friendlier than that, but you never know.
Well, one of the games after this in the series does have like a haunted house with like zombies in it, so that's one thing.
Zombies people, or is it zombie cars?
Zombie cars.
How?
They're all like rusty and broken.
Oh, like, that makes so much sense.
And they
So
chase you down.
Human
It's kind of...
zombies. If human zombies crave brains, do car zombies crave like engines?
Well, I think the brain of the car would be more like the computer unit, so maybe that? But who knows? Cars are a mystery. We've had cars for 100 years and we have no idea how they work, which is a complete lie. We know exactly how they work, but...
We is maybe a generalization. Does everyone individually know how they work? No. I have a concept of how the car functions that's kept me on the road, but if you ask me to explain the details, it's not going anywhere. So are there any goals on the board that seem like they'll be nice to get together, or are things going to be pretty spread out for this run?
They're gonna sort of like snowball in, so it's gonna be a lot of like doing bits and pieces to sort of work towards quests. And then eventually we'll end up like sort of rolling in the goals as they all sort of come together like a puzzle piece. To the northwest, he said, near the cliffs. This should be one of the last coins, if not the last. Then I can check that first goal off. It's actually a really time-consuming goal to do first, but I thought I might as well get it out the way since it's in the first town anyway.
Does using your booster consume more gas than not using it, or are you free to use that whenever?
Oh yeah, it consumes way more, so you kind of have to like watch out.
Ah, strategies, okay.
Speaking of consuming and boosts, however, we've got a donation in from Zed to the tune of $5. And they say, a game with sentient cars. How cute. The turbo booster here kind of reminds me of activating a mushroom in Mario Kart. Now imagine, this power-up exists in this game, but the cars use the phrase, eat your veggies, it'll give you a boost in this world. Because that would imply that mushrooms are, in fact, a vegetable. I
Real
certainly
deep-
agree with that sentiment. That's a
Deep food
callback.
for thought there.
I see what you did there.
That wasn't even intentional, thanks. Alright, let's see, is that the last coin? Oh, I accidentally skipped through the hint. That's a great job on me. Take the river in the north of Peach Town to west. And the river there. Okay, so there's another coin in the river that I missed.
Will you get like a notification or like, congrats, you found them all once you get the coin, or you just have to keep going back to this guy until he tells you you're done?
Yeah, I have to keep going back to him until he tells me I'm done. Unless I like somehow know for exact sure that I've gotten all the coins, but I don't know them well enough to be sure of that, so I'm just gonna keep checking in with that guy, and eventually he'll say, like, oh, there's no more coins left.
Makes sense to check.
Coins there.
I love how peaceful this game's countryside is, with the super green grass, the brilliant blue sky. Just seems kind of a nice place to be driving around.
Yeah, it's a nice little location. Good old Peach Town. It's very... It's almost like Dutch in its design. Very like Northern European. Oh, island bridges. Oh, that counts as Peach Town. I didn't think so. Okay. I'm going all the way back there again. While I'm on my way, I might as well stop by the next town and grab the warp there.
Are there a lot of different towns in the game, or is it a couple key hubs that you really have to interact with?
There are... Let me count in my head. 1, 2... There's like 9 towns, so quite a bit to explore in the game.
Ooh, that is quite a bit. And that's impressive. Like the scale of these maps, I know there's not too many points in a lot of countryside areas, but the scale of it's still really impressive for a PlayStation 2 game.
Yeah, so this game came out in like 2002, I think, so it's pretty early as well in the PS2's lifespan, and
Oh wow.
it was made by such a tiny, like, low-budget studio. It's kind of insane how ambitious they got with it. To make this huge open world that you can drive around with. A lot of it's really barren, but it's like...
But still.
I still think what they pulled off is pretty impressive, given the what they had to work with.
I didn't see the coin at first, and it's like, why are we just driving into the wall here? Like, maybe that's a goal. I don't know. It could be a secret passageway. I'm not familiar with this game, but no, there was in fact a coin there, which makes a lot more sense. Oh, there's even a bridge? Wow.
I actually forgot I needed the gemstone as well, so I'm gonna pick that up.
Now, is there anything dangerous that happens if you run out of gas, or does the game just sort of reset you to a none point?
You just drive really, really slowly, so you kind of have to like walk back to a location.
I love how the concept of the car walking back does in fact make sense. As soon as you said that, it's like, oh yeah, no, that works.
I'll be careful with my fuel here. And there we go. And I'll head back to Beach Town.
It'll turn you around platform so you don't have to back out of the house. It's a
Yeah.
convenient feature for cars.
And there we go, that's all the coins in Peach Town.
1 down, 24 scores to go.
Yep. The rest of them
What's
should
up next?
hopefully not take as long as that one, so we'll get there. Next up, I think, is... I don't think I have too much to do here other than get the body from... Oh wait, no, the Sleepy Brian's in a different area, yeah. Actually, you pick him up in this area, but he goes to a different location eventually. I will go past this place for now. I don't have much use for it. I could do the beating the king in the sliding door race, but I might as well wait until I have better parts for that, otherwise it's going to be a painful experience.
Are there things on the bingo board that will give you upgrades as you collect them, or are you gonna have to go out of your way to get upgrades just to take out some of these challenges?
Doing the racing will give me the money to buy some upgrades. Other than that, they kind of didn't really make too many upgrades that require you to do like quests or anything, which is unfortunate given the amount of like quests to do in this game. A lot of them are pretty rewardless. You kind of just get a stamp that says you did this, which is nice for like collection's sake, but for the actual like gameplay incentive to do things, there's not a huge amount.
No, that makes sense.
But since we're going to be doing racing for certain goals anyway, it's not a huge deal. And here we're going to get the garage.
I love how you just went at that thing full speed off the freeway.
Yeah. And then he's like, "Hi, you're the first person to our new city. Do you want free real estate?" And I'm like, "Yeah, let's go." So that's another goal ticked off.
They went to build this city, and they didn't have any people there, or any construction. They're just like, I feel like this is a good spot for a city, and that's the entire city planning that happened.
Pretty much, yeah. And then they're like, "Hey, you're the first one here. Can you like advertise the city for us?" And I'm like, "Sure." Now I'm gonna go get Brian so that he can become part of the city.
So what you're saying is you've just entered into the construction form of a pyramid scheme.
Kinda, yeah. Except the pyramid scheme it's for the community.
Well, I for one am convinced.
No further objections, I guess. Things might just work differently in the car world, too.
And there we go. Sleepy Brian gave me a body.
That is exactly what it says, isn't it? Wow.
It sure is. A lot of the goals for this game are just like the names for them are just effectively the stamp names that you get when you complete the quest.
Because it makes it very clear which one you're going after. I'm just saying, if you said Sleepy Joe gave me a body, like, or Sleepy Brian gave me a body. If you said that in any other context, a lot of questions coming your way.
Just a little body, nothing special. Gonna go full speed over to Las Vegas. There is gambling to do here, but unfortunately, we will not be doing that this run. We might actually, but we'll see.
They must really make reinforced walls for these buildings with how much we just kind of drive straight at them.
It's fine. The cars weigh like 2 grams or something.
That's pretty adorable.
Right, now I need to catch Butch, who's like a criminal. He stole some tires. I'll speak to the sheriff about it. Now off to Butch we go.
Something that only happens at certain times of day, or whenever you show up, a crime will be in progress.
Oh, the crime is already committed. We just need to find the thief.
I see.
And he happens to live in this house here.
So is the donut drifting intimidation strats? It's like, don't even try and fight us, buddy. Drive in a circle.
Yeah, we'll put it that way. And then he basically just says, "Oh damn, you found me. Okay, I guess I'll turn myself in then." And that's exactly what happens. And he does give you a nice pair of tires if you go back to him, so that's what I'm gonna do.
Are we sure those are legally acquired tires, or are we just benefiting from crime at that point?
Given that he's a tire thief, it seems unlikely.
I see. Well, I'm just gonna ignore that. We're still the good guys in this adventure, I'm sure. Fine.
Hey, no good comes without a cost. I'm sure whoever had those tires didn't need them anyway.
I mean, hey, still returned most of the tires.
Does that mean we can mark off? Oh, you just did catch Butch. There we go.
Yeah,
4
I
down.
was just thinking I forgot to do that, so there we go. There is one other thing I needed to do in that town, but I'll go back later since I'm already on the way.
Plenty of time. While we're driving, again, reminder that you are watching Bingothon Winter. If you're not familiar with Bingothon, Bingothon started in December 2018. We have raised over $33,000 for various charities, completed 13 marathons, and branched out into various external events and content, including Bingothon Taskmaster, the Blind Bingo series, or the generic bingo tournament, among others. Thank you for supporting us in that time so far. If you're liking what you're seeing, you can always follow or subscribe to support future events. And if you'd like to donate towards this one and help us support Fred Hutch and cancer research, something that is a very big challenge in the world today that can definitely use our support, please go ahead and use !donate or click the donate link below the screen. And as a bonus, if you donate, you are entered in to win some prizes. If you donate at least $5, that's enough to get you entered in to win a sticker. At least $10 is enough to get you entered in to win a mug. Either the neutral year-round one or the winter-specific special one, which I think looks incredibly cozy. And if you donate $50 or more, you're entered in to win a console controller of your choice by Delfino Customs, who does some incredible work and has some great-looking stuff on their website. You can check them out at delfinocustoms.com. So if you'd like to help out charity, if you'd like to enter in to win prizes, or you just want to send in a comment to get read out on stream, please go ahead and get your donations through. Oh, and speaking of which, we got one just now, $5 from Plus Nomad, who says, paying the victims for Butch's tires. Oh, thank you so much for helping out there and helping those tire thief victims so we can feel more less morally ambiguous, I suppose, about the ones we can now use.
It's nice to know that the insurance market is well and healthy in this universe.
Brings our donation total to 1619.56. That's $1,619.56. Thank you so much for keeping that donation total going up and continuing to make a difference for Fred Hutch and cancer research, everyone.
I actually noticed the goal for doing the endurance races on this board, which I'm quite excited about. We don't always get to do the endurance race in these, so it's fun to have a look at that, because I really enjoy that event.
This is my favorite town, just little mushroom houses. Do we get to come back there later, or are we done with the mushroom town?
Unfortunately, we are done with it. There is a golf mini-game there that sometimes we get the golf mini-game goal, but unfortunately it's not there this time.
Wait, there's a golf mini game in this car game?
Yeah, it's great. There's also a soccer mini game. It's like Rocket League.
This game has so much more depth than I expected when I saw it for the first time. This is incredible. See, we're up in some mountains now. Is the snow create any challenges for driving, or are tires able to handle the snow problem?
There are like snow tires that fare better in the snow. It's quite slippery on any other tires, but it shouldn't be too much of an issue for us right now.
Sounds good.
It's
If you just got the
problem. I see what you did there, Jar.
We're having a lot of fun over here.
Alright, there is a goal to do here, namely the ski jump, but I'm gonna skip that for now. There's also the White Mountain Policeman's Wish, but first I'm gonna grab something that will be quite useful for the rest of the run. Wait, I don't know why I'm going in this tunnel, I don't need to do that. Because instead of going in the tunnel, we can just drive over the top.
Oh, you meant like that? I thought we were going to the top of the mountain following that road, but nope, just right off the side of it.
Yep. We will go up to the top of the mountain later, since that's where the ski jump is anyway, but for now we're just going out to the endless depths of nowhere.
This game doesn't have fall damage.
Thankfully not.
There's a whole structure underwater here, wow.
Yeah, it's the temple under the ocean. That's where you get the propellers.
The underwater driving was just something we did a little bit to get to the island. No, that's a full-blown part of this game then.
Yeah. And I think that counts as all the special parts, since we got the propellers and the jet turbines. So I'm gonna check that off. And there is also a gemstone here. There it is, the emerald. And now, I think we could start off with some racing while we're at it. And then I can start upgrading some of my parts once I've got money from that.
It's like a plan. I'm ready to see some racing action. Now, is this game control more similar to like a Mario Kart, to like a more advanced game? What's the driving like?
It's a bit more in depth than Mario Kart. There is like actual grip to the tires and stuff. But it's obviously not really it's quite arcadey still. It's not really a simulator. But I do appreciate the like sort of. It's like a baby's first introduction to how actual cars handle. It's got like a little bit of the basic principles in there, like racing lines do matter and stuff like that.
Oh, that's fun. I have also noticed that you are pretty handily winning so far. I'm not sure if you checked your mini-map, but from what I can see, I believe you are in the lead.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just gonna lap the cars again.
Just casually. I do like whatever mascot there is around that corner. Sure, can have that too.
It's the Peach, because it's Peach Town.
Oh, that makes sense. I definitely did not recognize that right away.
It certainly doesn't look like one, but it is.
Yay, we won!
And off to the next one. We now have a fan club.
Oh. Does your fan club have a name?
Nope. It just gives you a stamp that says that, but you don't really hear about it ever.
Oh. So how many races are there in Peach Town?
There are 3, but we can't do the other 2 right now because those are like higher licenses. So there's like different license grades, and once you complete all the races in each license, you upgrade to the next license.
Oh, I see. Because get to license B, I think, was also on the bingo board or something similar to that.
Yep. So we're going to be doing that as well. We actually have to get to A license to do all of the races in Peach Town. So it's going to be that's going to be what we're doing. Going to get all of the licenses. Well, except the super license, we don't have to go that far. The super license is what you get when you do all of the races in the game, and that's where you need to begin like the World Grand Prix. And if you beat the World Grand Prix, you become the president of the world.
Interesting way to choose a world leader, but you know, that's how it works. That's how it works.
Well, normally it isn't how it works according to the game's lore, but the intro to this game involves the president effectively declaring that he wants whoever wins the next Grand Prix to become the president.
Oh,
Well, that sounds democratic.
Yeah,
Classic.
he's a bit crazy in the head, but
seeing the politics of this universe to go this deep.
yeah, one of the sequels to this game was made by like a completely different set of writers and developers, but they in that game they have like it's an entire segment where you're like called on by like a council to decide whether they open a certain race or not because there's like aliens shooting people.
Oh,
It gets really weird sometimes, that one.
definitely not the direction I thought we were going there, but all right. How many games are in the series overall? Is it just those two, or are there more?
No, there's quite a few. There are... Let's think. There's like 4 on the PS1. And then... The mainline ones like this, there's also another 4 on the PS2 as well. There's a lot of like spin-offs and side games. There's like one called Shin Combat Chorokyu, which is like a tank game.
Oh,
And there's a bunch of like miscellaneous little spin-off games, but of the like main series ones that have a similar sort of gameplay style to this, there's about 8 of them.
oh, I did not realize how much of a series this game was. That's really cool.
Oh yeah. Although the earlier ones on the PS1 were only Japan releases, so they did
GG's
not
on that race.
release them in the West. Thanks.
Each city have one race then per license, or do some of them only have earlier licenses?
Some of them have 2 races per license. Like, this one only has 1 rank C race, but it has 2 rank B races, for example.
I see, okay.
So it kind of varies a bit. Some of them only have rank B and A races, especially the ones like later on in the game. Right now, I'm just gonna do all the rank C races to get some money going, and also complete the B license goal. And then I can buy better parts so that I can complete the rest of the game a bit faster.
Sounds good. I know you can update your tires and your body. Are there other parts of the car that you can swap out, or are those the 2 main ones?
Yeah, there's a lot of upgrades. So there's engine upgrades, gearbox upgrades. There's like lighter chassis that you can buy. Better brakes, all sorts of stuff.
It's a lot more comprehensive than I was expecting. This game is really cool. I'm so glad I'm getting to see it today.
Oh, it's fantastic. I love to share this game with people since it's such like a hidden gem.
Right? This track is a lot faster than the last one. I think last time laps took about a minute. This one's like, nope, 30 seconds, we're moving. At least at the pace you're going. I think the other cars are quite a bit behind once again.
Yeah, they're taking their time.
Doing their best though. Turns out if you go find someone's wife and get jet engines, that does in fact increase your speed by quite a bit for these races.
Sure does. Just because I helped out a crazy inventor.
Are there spin-offs that have other modes of transportation? Or is it all car focused? Like, are there different types of boats running around somewhere?
I think... I can't remember if there's a boat one or not. There might be. There is the tank one I mentioned earlier, but beyond that... I know in these games specifically it's usually restricted to just cars, so... There's no, like, other stuff in the universe. There is a train body, but it's still on 4 wheels like a car.
Ah, I see. Are
Well,
there
I'm
any
just asking questions.
Are there any like bikes in this one, or is it purely automated vehicles? You can't have any human-powered ones.
This game doesn't have any bikes, but the one of the sequels to this game does have like a motorbike body, so that's a thing.
And this is fascinating. I'm like getting way more into the lore of this universe than I ever thought about.
Come for the cute cars, stay for the presidential mandates.
That's right.
Do you have a favorite out of the different tracks here that you get a race on?
It's hard to choose. This is definitely up there. It's one of my favorites because of the Grand Canyon scenery.
It does look pretty stunning.
But yeah, it really is hard to choose. There is one like much later in the game that I like a lot, where you like you kind of race on the beach and then you go into like a lagoon through the forest.
That does sound pretty amazing.
And also, I love the endurance racing track. That's also a great one. Which
Or I
we
can
will
see
be
why
seeing later. Oh, sorry,
Ooh,
go on.
that'll be fun. No, you're good. I was thinking like it does make sense they made this more car focused, because with boats, like, you know, there's only so many things you can do. You can picture a little boat going down a river. Just, you couldn't do quite the same open world expansive elements that you could do with a car, I suppose. Water's usually a more restrictive thing. I mean, there's like portages. You can carry boats across stuff, but...
I mean, to be fair, you say that, we did see a car go underwater a couple of times already, so it's not that much of an area. I can easily imagine a little paddle boat making the trek up a mountain.
The next game in this series actually does have upgrades where you can turn your car into a boat. So I guess that kind of counts. You can also make it a hovercraft.
What do you think would be the most ridiculous type of boat for this car to turn into? Like, there's so many different options out there. I think a canoe could be fun.
Maybe like a dreadnought, like a battleship.
That would be pretty entertaining.
For some reason, that one vehicle is photorealistic, 1-to-1 scale.
I feel like some of the smaller, like, people-powered ones work better, like a rowboat or a canoe, or what are things like that. I think could work really well here. I think it just seems adorable to have something smaller like that.
Coming up on the last 2 races in the C license. And then we will acquire the B license.
Back at the mushrooms again.
We sure are. And this track is full of them.
I like that they're a little bit glowy too. Like, that's just... Mushrooms don't generally do that. There's definitely some out there that can, but video game mushrooms glow at least half the time, if not more. I think that's just what happens, is if you put a mushroom in a video game, it now glows.
As far as I know, I don't think the AI has any rubber banding, CJ. The AI is still like a bit of a mystery to us. I've done a lot of reverse engineering on this game, but I haven't really dug into that side of it yet.
What are some other things you've learned about this game as you've done reverse engineering?
It's a lot of like really technical stuff about like the inner workings of how certain collectibles and flags and whatever are set up in the game. I guess one particularly interesting thing of note is there's like certain items that you can pick up in the world, like the gems, for example, where it'll check what like coordinates you're at for checking whether you pick it up or not, but it doesn't actually apply to like the world sort of offsetting. So like the coordinates in most open world games like this are not fixed. They'll like change depending on where you're at because of a number of technical reasons, including the fact that if you get too far away from the center of the world in most games, it'll start to cause some graphical issues.
Ah, I see.
And so you can exploit that like system to pick up items from certain coordinates that the items don't actually exist in. So like there's like a wallet in the first town where if you drive a certain path towards the eastern coast, you can actually pick up that wallet even though the wallet is like on the other side of the world.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That's one of my favorite things about speedrunning, is especially with some of the older games, is really starting to understand how they were made, how they're built, how they work. It's just fascinating to see how games really do come together underneath the hood, so to speak, I suppose.
Oh yeah, Plus Nomad in chat mentions the green dot at my city. So there's outside of my city, which is the town that you're like recruited to advertise for, there is, on occasion you'll see like a green dot on the map, which usually represents an NPC, but when you go to it, there's no NPC there. And we later found out that it happens specifically if you drive from one town to that town. There is a certain NPC in the previous town that has its position like constantly reset to a specific location. And that doesn't end up getting cleared from memory when you pass over to the next town, so one of the NPCs will just be teleported to that location in the map, and hence the mysterious green dot.
That is pretty cool. I
It's
also just really like, yeah?
It's a very shoddily put together game because they kind of like rushed it out the door, so there's a lot of funny little quirks like that.
I mean, there's also a lot of really cool things. I just realized we're getting reflections in the water on this racetrack.
Yeah, so it's doing the old like Mario Kart 64 the Frappy Snowland trick, or is it Sherbet Land? It's one of those two tracks where they have the ice. It's basically the entire level geometry is just mirrored under the water puddles, and it's transparent.
Oh, that's awesome.
So you're seeing through to like a mirrored version of the track.
Alternate dimension. It works though. It's a really cool trick because the effect looks fantastic again, especially for when this game came out.
Oh yeah. And we got the B license. There we go.
It's like we're growing up. We're a real race car now.
And now I should be able to get some nice parts for myself. Go to San Polis for this.
Just one more vowel and you can cause debate amongst fans for years. If it's at another stage in another game, there's anything to go by.
Oh my goodness. Yes, we need more classification questions in this marathon. We don't have enough of those. Is there anything controversial we can classify a race car as?
Well, I always have my my long-standing assertion that horses are cars, so do with that.
With a horsepower of about 1.
Do with that what you will.
Interesting.
I'm not sure about controversial, but you can definitely categorize a race car as a palindrome.
Oh,
That's true.
Does that work for any other mode of transportation, or is a race car the only one? Like, train definitely isn't. Plane and airplane don't work. I want rowboat to work, but the W throws it off.
Also the boat.
Yeah, the boat isn't helping there. What other options are there? This is bothering me now. Is there another mode of transportation that also works as a palindrome?
There's not a whole lot of palindromes to begin with.
True.
Yeah, you really gotta stick with. They get rarer the longer the words involved. Even race car is kind of cheating.
Pretty
Know
impressive.
where I am. Oh, this minigame's difficult. I just locked up. Okay. I actually had that, I just messed up the steering there.
It's okay, we can do it again.
There we go. And that's the King's Challenge done. So that gives us 2 goals, in fact.
Very nice.
And time to go back to Sandopolis. Some stuff there.
So what are we up to next?
We're gonna be doing some of the figure 8 stuff. I think. How many figure 8 goals do we have? I think it's only 1. Yes, step 2. So just gonna do the second figure 8 course.
Oh, that's just a whole building too. The entire building is just devoted to figure 8s in this universe.
Yeah. They call it figure 8, but what it actually is well, the Japanese version of the game calls it Gymkhana, which is a bit closer to what it actually is. Which Gymkhana is like, I guess it's like kind of obstacle courses for cars. I don't know how else to describe it.
Well, that makes sense.
It's like you're doing like donuts and drifting and stuff, effectively. Oh, I don't want to do that again. There we go. Step 2. That's done. And now we could go... There's some stuff I wanted to do. Actually, I'll go to Chestnut Canyon. There's something I wanted to do there as well. Completely forgot about that one.
Tricky earlier on. It's just how many options you have of places to go and things to do.
Yeah, it can be a bit overwhelming sometimes with this game.
Right? And as you get further and further into the board, it's like, well, you know, I have 2 options now. Of options, everyone at home does still have the option to donate. I know we're getting really close to the end of the event, running out of time for those donations to be open, but if you would like to contribute, you can still do so. !donate to get the link in chat, or scroll down, use the links below the Twitch stream in those panels in order to access the donation website. We're again currently at $1,619.56, and we're really trying to get to 2,000 if we can before the end of this run. But of course, any amount is going to make a difference and going to support that cancer research that Fred Hutch and the team there is doing. They do such an incredible job. They work with so many incredible people. It's amazing that we get a chance to help save lives through the work they're doing by donating here today. So thank you again to everyone who has donated so far to get our donation total towards where it's at. And if you've been thinking about donating, again, !donate or use the link below the stream. Very easy to do, and it helps out a ton. Thank you.
so much more control with these tires. It's helping a lot. Well, not so much on the dirt, but on the road for sure. Oh.
Are the other cars moving around on fixed paths, or do you just kind of have to adjust to wherever they decide to go?
They have fixed paths, but some of them can be like really huge, so it can be hard to find them sometimes.
Got it.
There we go, that's 5 roaming cars in Peach Town.
Yeah.
Now we'll go out to Fuji City and do the same.
How once again the strategy for talking to people is to run into them at full speed on a collision course, and that somehow is the equivalent of a friendly conversation.
It most certainly is, that's exactly how it works. So, I've already spoken to 2 cars in this town, so 3 more. That guy's just driving into the wall.
Like, we haven't done that. Who are we to judge? We just aim at the door parts of the building, but you know, we're still crashing a little bit into the sides of things. It does seem to be a more regular occurrence here.
It's a constant in this universe.
It does seem to be socially acceptable, at least. The
There we go.
infrastructure is built to withstand it.
That's true.
And now we can go... I think we'll go to Cloud Hill and get that out of the way. So there's a building over there with like a rainbow coming out of it, and that's how you get to the final city in this game, which is Cloud Hill. Now normally you have to like go through the river and you have to do like a really annoying and hard jump to get there, but we're just gonna like climb up this wall real quick.
I love that we just have that option, because why not?
Then we just jump off here and then go straight for the door. There we go, perfect.
Oh, how smooth. I love how colorful it is.
Yeah, it's lovely. Nice little happy place in the sky.
I was expecting us to have to drive up that road, but it's nice that it was like, okay, you got here. Oh, we still get to do drive on rainbows. Let's go.
Oh yeah.
What happens if you fall? Do you just teleport back down to ground level, or does it reset you back in this area?
It resets you back to the building that you were in when you like first go to this place. So that little like rainbow hut that I entered, it'll send you back to there.
Okay, wait, so was that God?
He's a speaker for God, yeah.
There's a God in this universe?
I think we've confirmed that the married couple must have been... Oh, I just saw a train.
Yeah, there's the train guy.
Train. Learn that religion is real in this universe. I am loving how many things we get to see in this video game.
And with that Q's factory, that should be the final warp, so we've done that as well.
Got a good staircase going there on the bottom right corner of the bingo board.
Yep. Have we got like a Tetris piece on the left there?
It's like seeing shapes in clouds, except it's just bingo boards. We had a creeper the other day too, right? So it's a fun thing.
Alright, time to do the drag race with Johnny.
Ooh, exciting.
Probably gonna destroy him, given that I've got the jet turbines.
I don't know what you're talking about. They definitely don't help with going in a straight line very, very fast.
Maybe not.
We'll have to watch and find out. Okay. Oh.
Casually going like 270 kilometers per hour.
Very nicely done. Johnny never stood a chance.
Although I think even with the jet turbines, a Formula 1 car in real life usually goes faster than the max speed in this game. I'm gonna test it out real quick. Yeah, 350, so that's about the top speed of a Formula 1 car, yeah. Close enough.
Wow.
I mean, it doesn't help that you are driving effectively a cuboid into the wind.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, aerodynamics were not a huge concern for this car, but we're still crushing it, still doing great.
It would be kind of crazy if the different bodies gave you different like drag coefficients, but I think that's a bit too detailed for this game.
Maybe one of the sequels.
If they make a PS5 game, we can look out for that, I guess.
the road trip simulator.
See, Road Trip Simulator makes it sound like you have to pack everything. You know, it's like a little Tetris minigame first. Can you get all the equipment into the vehicle, and then you can take off?
I'm trying to remember which NPC gives me the ukulele. Not this one, that's for sure.
Can we play a ukulele? Like, do we have the appropriate mechanisms to accomplish that task?
No, unfortunately it just gets put on display in your house.
Well, as we're coming up here to the top of the hour, it is with great sadness that I report it is the last time you will be hearing the lovely voices of myself and Charbonny. We will be handing over our hosting shift to the, shall we say, the main team, the big two, the guys, the ones with the fancy roles on the Discord. We're going to be handing over to the wonderful hosting team of Flowheart and Pegastrop. They will take us home for the rest of this run and, of course, for closing. It's been an absolute delight, as ever, to be working with the hosting team and seeing all the new faces in here who've brought such a wonderful professional voice to this event. And I'm looking forward to seeing what shenanigans they get up to in the coming months. So, with that, though, from me, it's goodbye. Char?
Yep, thank you so much everyone for having me here. I've had an absolutely wonderful time, and CaveL1ghter, good luck with the rest of your run. You're doing amazing, and I can't wait to see you finish this out.
Thank you so much, and thank you for hosting. It's been a great time.
Yeah, thank you, Charbonny and Purosek. You both did an absolutely fantastic job. Indeed, it is now the big boss in here, and you're stuck with us for the remainder of the run.
Oh god. What have I got myself into?
You got inside the train, the bingo train.
the pain train of bingo.
All right. What's like generally the things that we're trying to do? I've picked up some stuff over the years of the game, but to call myself an expert would be probably not be accurate, to say the least.
Well, guess we just gotta make you do a bingo.
Oh boy.
One of these
I have
years.
a PS2 in here. I just don't have the game.
I just imagine after all this time, CaveL1ghter is gonna test us. Just okay, you've been watching this for so long. Now it's your turn.
Blind bingo road trip edition.
I mean, I'd totally be up for that, honestly.
Yeah, maybe we could make a race out of it. Could be a fun time. But unfortunately, I totally definitely have a real copy of this game right now, definitely. That I could totally give to you, but for some reason I just can't. So unfortunately, you'll have to find a copy yourself. But
no. Wherever am I gonna find that?
you know, somewhere in the ocean.
Yeah, in the big ocean, there's probably somewhere I can just fish up a copy of the game.
Yeah, with a nice long fishing rod and a boat out to sea.
Yeah.
I think I just gotta go back to White Mountain now for that. I'm trying to remember where you get the policeman's club from. Alright, cool. Fulfilled the White Mountain policeman's wish. That's that done. Knocking out these goals pretty quickly. Policeman's Club. Might be Papaya Island, I'm gonna check. Wait, that's definitely not the police station. Where is the police station actually? Oh, there it is. I'm blind. Does he give you the same answer regardless of what you say? I'm trying to see that. Okay, never mind. This is definitely not where you get the policeman's club though, it seems. Oh, I'm really kind of trying to remember where that is. Some of these quests are just forgetful in this game, to be honest. I will come back to that another time. There's something else I can do right now anyway.
So what's the current plan?
Well, my plan was to clean up all the stuff that I have to do in the overworld and then get onto the racing. There might be some stuff I need to do some more racing for to get better parts, but we'll see. Just gonna recolor my teammates. Do I have enough money for this even? Okay, I barely have enough money. Oh, let's get the get a nice blue and white look for the McLaren.
Fancy.
Oh, that's right. Thank you, Nomad in chat. I remember it. I remember now. You are correct. And that's 2 teammates recolored, so that's done.
Blue and white, fancy Bingothon Winter colors.
Yeah, that's exactly what that is. And there we go. That's done. And now it's time to go on an adventure to get all the rest of the gemstones.
Let's go on an adventure.
Whee! Okay. I'll go to San Carlos.
Or as we have learned earlier today, we need to say hooray!
Hooray!
Hooray! Whoa. I love it when the game just sends you flying upwards.
Yeah, it happens sometimes when I drive. I'll just do a strike instead, but my car will just start flying in the air. It's
Yeah.
annoying when it happens.
Real struggle with car driving sometimes.
Yeah.
It does happen occasionally.
So, someone ought to fix that, I think.
That was a literal
Yes,
Legend of Zelda
yes,
rupee.
driving is a bit more vertically than normal.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was just a
I guess.
rupee. My routing here is definitely not optimal, but that's fine. I have time.
What's good is that neither myself nor Fly will know none the wiser. You could say that everything is going perfectly to plan, and we'll believe you.
Well, it wouldn't be Bingothon if everything was going perfectly to plan.
That sounds accurate.
I have no idea how many gemstones I've collected. After this next one I will check, because I can't remember what the rest of them are. Actually, I think I didn't get the sapphire. Oh, there's also the one in White Mountain. Yeah, that's... now that I think about it. I'm trying to remember where the sapphire is, though. I'm gonna go back and check anyway, because there's a place where you can check where all the locations of the gems are. This one's really annoying to get in particular. There we go. Got it. And that is not the town that I wanted to warp to.
So which license do we have right now?
Got the B license.
B license. We still have that. But we do need more, right?
Yeah, so to win all the races in Peach Town and Mushroom Road, I'll have to get the A license. Alright, the sapphire is on those pyramids. I forgot if it's on top of the big pyramid or not. I guess I'll just check. Time to go reversing. And there it is. And there's one more gemstone that I forgot to get. Which is anyway up near where the ski jump is, so don't have to go too out of my way for that. Oh. Oh, flying about. Not the trajectory I wanted. There we go. And if I check my items, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, that's 7 gems. Sweet. And now for ski jump. This might end up being complete pain, but we'll see.
Don't remember the having ever seen the ski jumping here at Bingothon.
I think I did do it, but like maybe only one time.
I can't seem to be able to immediately record it at this point, but it could have been a while.
Might have also been one during one of my practice runs, so I'm not sure. In any case, getting 400 meters is really annoying because you have to get like a specific trajectory. But hopefully we'll get there. Oh, I was hoping one of those pieces of geometry would like launch me. The main goal here is to hit one of the roofs of the houses so that you can like launch upwards. Oh, that's definitely not it. Started flying there.
These guys have got really a passion. Yeah, these guys have got really a passion for flying.
They sure do. Oh.
But still not flying high enough that we can get to 400 meters.
Yeah.
Don't you just hate it when your car suddenly starts flying?
All the time. Such a classic car thing. So yeah, welcome to the next like 20 minutes of your lives. I hope you enjoy it.
Do you know what could bring some luck towards?
Oh, there we go. Sorry. Finally hit the trick. Okay.
So just my wonderful voice did. It looks like.
Of course.
Because I was gonna say, if you are to help bring some luck over here, well, perhaps a donation could bring that over. Because remember, we are raising funds for the Fred Hutch Cancer Center, which are an amazing charity, and we've reached $1,620 for them. And it'd be amazing to see that number get even higher up. So if you have to do that, you can either press !donate or find the button below the stream, and we can see how far the number could go.
Maybe the number could even fly so high as the cars.
Exactly.
One will wish. I mean, 1.6 thousand meters is pretty high up, I suppose.
That is true. Alright. Looking at the board in here and at the time.
Yeah, it's looking like it's gonna be pretty quick. We could top it off with some golf and maybe even a game completion to round it out.
I mean, nobody is waiting after you anyway, so You have all the time in the world, theoretically.
Well, it wouldn't be road trip at Bingothon without the traditional golf, so we might as well do that.
That is true. That is certainly true.
Be 5 quick by now. Let's start counting these. Give it up for number 6. Number 6.
Number 6.
Yahoo!
Can we count all the way until 20?
That's a difficult number to count to.
Yeah, that is true. Maybe chat can help us by donating. Maybe
Oh.
donations will help us get better at counting.
Seven.
Number 7.
Oh, I'm going way too fast. Lucky. Can I climb up here? I can.
Of course you can get up. It's road trip adventure. What can the car not do?
Number 8.
8.
Number 8.
Number 9.
9.
And 10.
10. Well, that was quick.
11 and 12 are right here as well.
And
Guess they're not called quick picks for nothing.
11. 12.
12. How convenient for them to be right next to each other.
Yeah, I don't know why they decided to just put like a cluster of them there. I guess they were bored and trying to fill in the world. I was hoping to get in the door there. "13." "14."
More clusters, let's go.
"15."
15.
"15."
Oh god, now we're counting in German. You're really expecting much of me. Counting in German at 3:30 a.m.
16. Hey, I'm counting in German at 3:30 a.m. 17.
17.
18.
18.
Way through, yeah. Mm, 19.
19.
Does this game have a day and night cycle?
Yeah.
Or is it just generally based on where you are?
It's a day-night cycle.
Okay.
And 20.
Sansi!
Wow.
Ooh. That goal is done.
Alright.
Yeah, you can see the timer in the bottom
Oh yeah, that's true.
bottom left, right. I know left from right. I'm good at knowing my directions. Right, I think now we could just do the B races.
The Peach Town races.
Time to go through all of the races again so that we can get the A license.
So what is required for you to get a better license?
It's just completing all of the races in the previous license.
Finish.
Finish! Start!
I am imagining in that very specific, like, Mario Party voice. I'm not sure if what I'm saying makes sense.
I know exactly what you mean.
Oh,
I think that's just what Toad sounded like back then. They had like a weird era of voice acting for Mario games back then.
Mm-hmm.
It took them a while to realize, like, oh, we could just use Charles Martinet as Luigi as well. I always love the lighting on this track, it's very moody. Nice sunset vibes.
Yeah, fun fact, I recently looked it up, but you know where it's like the main characters, like Mario, Luigi, Mario and Waluigi, all have like, of course, the same voice actor for years. It's not really the same for the side characters. Because I think I took Rosalina as an example because they keep switching back and forth between VAs for her.
Yeah, that checks out. Her voice acting is like kind of inconsistent.
Which is kind of surprising, honestly. They keep sticking with one VA for like all of the main characters, and then they keep swapping out VAs. Instead of like, I don't know, having one VA for one character for like a longer time. I don't know. Nintendo do Nintendo things.
We can never unravel the way Nintendo works. It's as
No,
much a
that
mystery as the nature
is-
of the universe.
That is true. Nintendo is indeed a mystery of the universe.
Time for a sip of Pepsi. Oh, I accidentally skipped a city there. Oh well. Come back to it. Absolute bloodbath on turn 1 there. just like last year's Hungarian Grand Prix. Thanks Formula 1 for bringing us great moments like that. But for the
Just to know
3
that
people.
There's a handrail at the side that will
Yeah.
totally protect the cars that are driving there with like 300 or 200 kilometers per hour. That will totally protect them from falling into the lava.
Definitely. It's safety first, you know.
They are very much professionals at safety, whoever made these courses.
There's a mini game where you have to drive in a volcano through on like a really narrow metal like pathway, and there's no rails at all. And it's like the dude who works there is like, oh, I dropped my spanner at the top of this like precarious girder. Can you go back and get it, please? Is that not his job? Why are we like endangering our lives for it?
Because you are a video game main protagonist.
That's true.
NPCs will be very shameless in what they will ask you to do at times in video games.
Out of the way, clean.
And the bump
Get
it
a mixture to crash into a car just on the finish line.
Giving him a push.
You're just being very encouraging, like, look, you can go as fast as me, come on. I'll
In-
yield.
In NASCAR, they call that bump drafting.
Mm.
Slowly knocking out the races. It's like a checklist at this point.
like that they put some effort into the tracks, that the tracks are not just all one-dimensional like this, but that they also have some change of scenery.
Yeah, they definitely did, like... There was some creativity in there for sure. A lot of the tracks in this whole series really have a lot of like really creative ideas. Especially the game after this, they took a lot of liberties with like making alternate routes. Like if you have certain parts, you can go different pathways. Like there'll be like a water route if you have boat parts, for example. One of these days I might think about like running a different game in the series. But it's a lot of effort to come up with a whole bingo board for these.
That's fair. But did you know that there is a new platform that makes this easy for you to handle?
That's true.
Yeah, you too, you as well, you watching out there. You can make your own bingo as well over at playbingo.gg. I cannot type right now. Oh, you can peek as fast.
I managed to type, and that's considering, I don't know, I am not good at typing right now. But yes, play bingo. If you want to create a bingo board, it is a good place to do it.
But both of you are hanging in there, I take it.
Aren't we all?
I suppose, yeah. Granted, I'm normally awake at this time anyway, so... I operate on an American sleep schedule despite living in Europe.
I mean, I do have an alarm on my phone to tell me to go to sleep at 3 a.m. if I don't have to get up the next day, just so I can have a somewhat decentish sleep schedule.
I like the strat.
Keep in mind, that alarm does often need to remind me to actually go to sleep. And I don't always listen to it, necessarily.
Yeah, I know how it is.
So when I was ready to go inside the hosting booth here, my phone told me to it's 3 a.m. go to bed. I was like, no, I gotta host for Bingothon.
Yeah, you need to yell at your phone and remind it of your purpose right here, right now, and it will listen.
I was hoping not to hit that guy.
You can Blair ram into you.
Yeah, that's true. It's all his fault. Oval Raceway. Time to put the racing tires back on. It's time for NASCAR.
NASCAR.
I'm going in circles. Yippee.
Yippee!
Yippee! Mama hat mir einfach erlaubt, dass ich Cola trinken darf. Wie cool ist das bitte? It's a funny video of a German child. Very happy to be drinking cola.
The Germans have gone mad. Haven't they always? I mean, I say that like I'm not one of them.
I mean, I think defend you are mad.
I mean, that is just par for the course.
Yeah, exactly. The fact that you're German is optional to that.
Yeah.
Well, Alex, shout out to you being pushed by the cars.
Yeah, I miscalculated how much fuel I needed. So I'm just kind of like letting this happen. Oh, am I gonna make it? Oh no! Damn. Yeah, I'm gonna.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna go buy a better gearbox. I think there's one right here.
There's lots of mushrooms around here.
Yeah. Now the big question is: Are these vegetables? Are these vegetables?
If you can eat the house, then perhaps we can make the argument.
Well, I mean, what else would they be? They're not fruit.
Fungi.
Well, yeah, they are fungi, but like, culinarily speaking.
Well, that's the thing. Are we judging culinarily or biologically?
Well, biologically, I can't think of what constitutes a vegetable, so...
So if we're speaking culinarily, in that case, they are vegetable. We'll consider them vegetable.
Yeah, I can't really think of what else it would be in a culinary sense. But I don't think the concept of... I don't think the concept of vegetable exists outside of a culinary context, so... You brought this upon yourself, Rob.
That's true.
Well, then maybe mushrooms are meat. They do taste quite umami.
Then what it is that makes it meat?
I guess the fact that it's the flesh of a multicellular creature that isn't a plant.
Mm-hmm.
And that it tastes a bit like meat, because it's got that umami flavor. Oh. My throat is exploding. Don't mind me.
Casually exploding.
Time to get some winter tires. Reminder everyone to put winter tires on your car. Do not skid into the ice and die. These would be preferable.
That would be preferable indeed.
Are the candy canes that are decorating this map vegetables?
I don't think so, because they're candy.
I would hope not. I would hope that Rob would qualify them as dessert. But I'm not sure.
Okay, new question. Is sugarcane a vegetable?
Oh, that's a good question. I think we need to ask our resident expert in vegetables and biology, Rob.
A spice? But it's not like... I just mean like a whole sugarcane, like not the sugar that results from it. And yes, you can chew on actual sugarcane, and it's very nice. If you ever get a chance to, you should, because it's really tasty.
You made Rob question himself again.
That's true, sugarcane is a grass. Which would make it a vegetable.
So if you tell someone to touch grass, does this mean you tell them to touch vegetables?
Well, why is grass not a vegetable, Rob? Riddle me that.
I'm noticing a pattern in Nomad's way to classify vegetables.
What is your opinion on this as resident Welshman?
Calling me a Welshman is gonna insult the Welshman. But I would very much think with the quantity of grass they can be over here, they probably would call it. I will say to I would think it classifies as veggie.
What about eating a flower? Is that a vegetable? Like if you eat a dandelion? Because I mean, you can just eat some flowers. Don't eat nightshade, please. Bad. But like a dandelion's fine. You can eat that.
Good question. I mean, there is dandelion salad, which
That's true.
probably qualify it as veggie
Yeah.
in that case. I think we destroyed Pika. Are you okay?
Is the concept of being okay a vegetable?
Also,
I don't
just
think so.
just to clarify, do not eat a dandelion when it's in its like spore stage. Like when it's like a white fluffy ball. That's a bad idea. Don't do that. But when it's a flower, you can eat it. Yeah, like a nice yellow flower.
Yes, flowers are considered vegetables.
I don't even know why I attempted that jump. I knew I wasn't going to be fast enough to make it. Okay, let's do the classic question that everyone likes to talk about. Is tomato a vegetable?
Oh boy.
So, just before we get to the tomato, I just want to say, according to what I see, depending on your perspective, dandelion is either a weed or wild vegetable that is more nutritious than broccoli and spinach.
Well, eat your dandelions, kids. It's better for you than spinach.
Exactly. Let's go pick some dandelions. And yeah. What's your nutritional facts? Dandelion nutrition facts. Let's go.
I mean, was it who said that meme of like that strawberries and raspberries are not actual berries, but melons and bananas are?
Yeah, melons are berries. I know that much. Which, by extension, means that a pumpkin and a squash are also veggies. I mean, not veggies, berries.
Berries would generally qualify as fruits.
That's true. But does that mean a zucchini is a fruit or a vegetable? By this definition that we just declared, it would be a fruit.
Yeah, it would. But I think everyone you would tell that a zucchini is a fruit would probably declare you crazy.
True. Because it tastes like a vegetable.
It's true.
I've got some more dandelion facts for you.
Oh,
so-
more dandelion.
So,
Please.
dandelion greens can be eaten cooked or raw and are an excellent source of vitamins A, C, and K. They also contain vitamin E, folate, and small amounts of other B vitamins. Dandelion greens provide several minerals, including iron, calcium, magnesium, and potassium. Dandelion root is rich in the carbohydrate inulin, a type of soluble fiber found in plants that supports the growth and maintenance of healthy gut bacteria in your digestive tract. Dandelion root is often dried and made into tea, and you can eat it whole like other root vegetables.
Well, there you go. Well, I guess we gotta stop talking about dandelions now, because Nomad's threatening to donate $5 if we do. Oh, my two teammates were kissing in the corner there. That's good for them. Alright, let's pick up some racing tires finally. I forgot to put jet turbines. Yep.
Yes, this is seriously an RPG car racing game.
That it is exactly. There's an open world, there's NPCs to talk to. There's racing to do.
And the cars can randomly fly as well.
They can indeed.
While Pika is looking up even more facts that are hopefully not about dandelions, we have $5 from Please No More Dandelion Facts saying I did not subscribe to these facts. Thank you very much for your donation though. We will make sure to not bother you with any more dandelion facts.
Expect daily dandelion facts in your email from now on.
I was just about to say, at least I'm not like one of these mailing lists that you keep telling to unsubscribe and yet they still keep sending you emails. But maybe I can reconsider it for chaos.
And that's all races in Peach Town done, finally.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, car upgrades could maybe be considered something as of a skill tree.
Actually, I wonder if it might be doable on these tires. Why are tires spelt with a Y? Because it's the superior spelling. This is the beef I'm starting today.
Yo, we got all races in Peach Town. That's crazy.
That would be British English, I'm pretty sure. Spells tires with a Y.
I can confirm this is British English spelling. What I can't speak. Spelling.
Yeah, we're spieling a game right now.
Kind of crazy, honestly. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that British English spells tires with Y. Guess I've learned something new.
There you go. We are like full on drifting here. My tires are not built for the wet.
I'm sorry for your washing machine.
No, it says win all races in Mushroom Road. I guess that doesn't count then.
I'm
Go
not
on.
German, but even without being German, I think when I read "Meine Waschmaschine ist kaputt," I think I can understand.
Can you now?
I don't know, it's pretty difficult. I was about to make some remark about how funny it is that it's called a washing machine in German, but it's just called a washing machine in English as well, so it doesn't... The point holds no water in this case.
Well,
And I mean, it's not exactly better in French, machine à laver. So, what is the better way?
I do hope, however, that your washing machine holds water.
Are there any languages that are more efficient? In which case, it's really remarkable that German is not being efficient for that.
I mean, German words are pretty long. I think the efficiency boat sailed a long time ago.
I feel like Japanese is probably one of the most efficient languages regarding that.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Japanese is just an efficient language in general. They were cooking with that one. Oh, I unchecked the goal. That's what I wanted to do. There we go. The thing with Japanese is that it's usually spoken really quickly because of the way the syllables are laid out.
Alright, last goal of the marathon.
Here we go. Pick up a new engine. I'm gonna remove the jet turbines for the endurance race just for the fun of it.
I mean, it doesn't say win. Only says participate.
Yeah, but I want to win because I'm a racing driver. Yeah, well, I'm gonna save up that engine.
Yeah, we're definitely being overestimated here. Speak mash. How does one speak mash?
See, we speak in the language of bingo. It's really beautiful.
That is true. That is true. A language of bingo cannot be compared.
It transcends cultural boundaries.
You just see some squares getting filled. That's all you need to know, and you can communicate. It transcends boundaries that way.
Wrong place. Given the length of the endurance race, we might actually be closer to estimate than I thought. Still definitely underestimate, but... Right, time to sit back and enjoy the ride.
Oh boy, here we go.
And also, look at the innocent shape of the track map. There's nothing fishy going on there.
I see
playing-
absolutely nothing wrong with this.
He's
What are
playing
you
a
talking
guitar.
about?
It's a guitar.
Yes, this is indeed a very normal track shape.
He's watering the plants.
I see we've got some very creative ideas here in chat of what this could display. I like the ideas.
I wonder what might have inspired this shape when they were making this map. Might there have been a greater message behind that they wanted to inspire the people?
You know, the message is to just have a good time.
I mean, you might not be wrong about that. Yes, he's likely busted. Like blue, yes. Yes, he is busted.
Bustin' does in fact make him feel good.
So the map does have a good time.
This race is 10 laps.
Yeah.
So when we're
might
talking
be here
about
for some time.
So when we're talking about this being an endurance race, what does it really mean from this context that we've now
Oh
learned?
no. Oh no. We really had to go all into this, huh?
Can you reach the finish before the finish?
Yeah. Yep. We've got we're only going downhill from here.
Oh, welcome to 4 AM Bingothon, everyone.
Bingothon after dark.
I thought I was more different from CJ. But apparently not. That is true. We never said we turn it back on after SpongeBob. But I feel like the endurance race would probably be way better suited in November than in December, actually.
Why?
Oh, I see.
Oh,
It
Oh,
clicked in my
right.
head.
I see.
Just saying.
Yeah.
I mean, You can be worse than what we are doing right now. So much for all the kids watching.
I mean, if they're up watching this run at this time, it's on them, is all I'll say.
I mean, earlier sources have told me that by now it is, I mean, do my calculations, it's about 7 p.m. on the west coast. So, yeah. Anyway, looks like we are going strong here. Now we're in lap 9 already.
Yep. 2 more laps to go. Then, once that stamp is down, we'll call time and then maybe do a round of golf to round it off.
Alright, we can do some quick golfing.
As is tradition.
Yeah.
Final lap, baby. Yeah, I suppose we could do the old president skip as well. Beat the game. And there we go.
Alright.
Finish!
GG.
And that is time? I think the stamp isn't down yet, but I'll count it.
So marathon was an endurance race. Well, it is called a marathon, not a sprint.
That's true. It sure is. Whoa. Well, the fun continues. Off to golf we go.
Alright.
I'm not letting you off the hook and going to bed early, Flower and Pika.
I mean, at this point, we wouldn't even want to.
Just
we're,
do the.
we're slowly like our engine are starting are just heating up.
Pulling the all-nighter.
I've already accepted tomorrow is gonna be certainly a day, so I might as well make the most use out of now.
I mean, we're still relatively early considering normal bingothons.
Yeah.
Oh. Sometimes the sound does that.
Gravity is really strange on this golf course.
Yeah, it sure is. Very bouncy golf ball.
In the Pixie University that they can.
Yeah, how about doing an IRL road trip adventure bingo next time? Including the flying cars.
Where are we road tripping to?
That's the big question.
We'll road trip to like a racetrack, and then we'll do like a race. We'll road trip to a go-kart racing place. How about that?
Yes.
Kart racing bingo.
Road trip to the golf course.
Honestly, a real-life golf bingo would be pretty funny. But golf is too expensive, so it's not happening.
Come in.
Birdie.
Birdie. Could do mini golf bingo, yeah, that would be pretty funny. Oh, am I gonna get the snipe? Oh, yes! Let's go!
Beautiful. What if we had indeed like an IRL for bingo, but instead you do it with like the mundane stuff, like, I don't know, chores bingo or whatever.
Wash the dishes.
You just strap a camera to you and just go around your house just completing your bingo board that way.
Do like a Big Brother thing where we're all like stuck in a house together for 48 hours and we have to do bingo tasks.
Oh god.
Rob, we've got a new side event for you.
Big bingo, brother.
Now, who will be the contestants for that?
Might be better for your mental health not paying attention.
Well, Rob said he'll do it, so...
Oh, Rob, guess ready. Guess what? Cause you're... Get ready, cause guess what? You are going to be putting people in a house for 48 hours and having them do bingo tasks. There would be a murder.
Do you mean as in it would be part of the task on the board? Murder one of the other contestants?
Is that legal? Are we within our rights to put a goal like that on the board?
Probably depends on where this would be.
Or we'll have to do it in Antarctica then.
Hope someone doesn't commit murder and theft from Monopoly. Murdering Monopoly. That sounds like an interesting story there.
Yeah, you can murder someone to get the bingo for $500, but if you do it, you will go to jail.
Worth it.
But we're venturing into dark territory tonight, aren't we?
After what we just discussed during the endurance race, I'm no longer surprised.
The doors swung open. Oh, that's not a good place for the ball to go.
Oh no! Oh no!
I mean, we should do that, Rob, because that would genuinely be funny. Like a Minecraft multiplayer task bingo like that would be really funny.
Now, what household chores can you do in Minecraft?
Can
you-
chest.
Yeah.
Can you clean your laundry in Minecraft?
Have someone make like really messed up chests and then like hundreds of chests that you have to sort. I'm making an absolute mess of this hole.
I agree with Lepe.
Blow up all the chests with TNT so the guy sorting the chests has to sort them all over again. Oh my god! You have to be kidding me!
Oh no!
That's painful.
Just put it in.
Oh, finally. I think that's the worst I've ever done on that hole.
Well done.
Hey.
Thank you. No, even better, CJ, we'll get Terra Firmacraft in there. Wahoo! And the final hole.
Let's go.
Oh boy. Final hole.
And then we do President Skip, and then this run can finally be over and Bingothon can end.
Bingothon style, we're going overestimate with the final run.
Gotta throw some showcases in there, you know. Oh, I didn't clear the water. Damn, that would have been sick.
This is some weird looking water. Does it even... does it act like water? Doesn't look like it does.
Well, it's not animated for one, so it's just like a static pane of glass.
That's probably why it's so weird.
Birdie! Yippee, golf done. Even though that's not a goal on the board.
It's the 26th goal in our hearts.
It's a goal in spirit, yeah. Alright. Time to beat the game. Whoever hasn't seen this before, you're in for a treat. This is the any percent speedrun trick that we do. Oh god, 3D bingo. That'd be good for like a 50 people lockout.
Oh god.
Whee! I got it first try, crazy. I haven't done that in a while.
Whee! So now you gotta
Now we
feel
just
your...
zoom.
So if we have a 3D bingo, so you have to fill your bingo cube then, is it?
Yeah. And we're in the president's house.
I like how the dialogue says I need to ask you to leave. But it's like, yeah, you floated away.
I sure did leave, and then I came back from the other side of the world.
Oh, we're back here again.
Yeah, we're here to beat the president on the track that everyone loves.
Everyone's waiting with bated breath.
I don't think I'm gonna win this one, guys. It's looking kind of bleak.
Yeah. Not looking very good. Alright, I think it's really about time we end this round.
Yeah. Just gonna cross the finish line here. Bada bing, bada boom. There we go.
Our
Is that how you become the president?
Yeah, you win the race against the president, and then you become the president. And now we can have the credits roll for the end of Bingothon.
Beautiful.
Alright. Yeah. Alright. GG's again.
Oh, GG's.
It was a pleasure, as always.
Pleasure's mine, as always.
And yeah, that is pretty much it. We're gonna be going into a short intermission again while setting up for the closing ceremony and everything. Keep in mind, you can still donate. Technically, Rob still has an incentive to fulfill if someone would just snipe it with like $375. I mean, you could.
If somebody just has that lying around for whatever reason,
You could. Then Rob would have to wear his bluey suit. But, yeah. We're gonna be going into this short intermission and we'll be right back, probably.
probably.
Till then. See ya.
Zia?
See you.
Please bring your ID. It's such a privilege to be a part of a collaborative group that have helped contribute and make advances both in detection and early diagnosis to imaging, even in the advanced disease setting, as well as thinking about how we can bring novel treatments into the clinic and allow breast cancer patients here at Fred Hutch to have the best possible quality of life.
1 in 8 breast cancers go undetected by the human eye. So here at Fred Hutch, we're developing artificial intelligence and deep learning technologies that could detect cancer beyond what a human can interpret, leading to earlier cancer detection and better survival.
At the Hutch, we're leaders in precision oncology, and that includes the surgeons. One of those advances we're currently working on is technology to be able to remove all cancer with a lumpectomy at the time of the first operation. 20% of patients who undergo a lumpectomy, those patients need to go back for a second or even third surgery to attain clear edges or borders around the tumor. But at the Hutch, we're studying a new technology to help eliminate the need to go back for second or third operations.
All this work would not be possible if it weren't for Fred Hutch and the team around us. Without the multidisciplinary environment and collaborative environment, none of this innovative research would be possible.
We're making tremendous progress in our treatments for our patients with breast cancer. However, the need for novel therapies is still urgent, and we see that each day in patients that we meet for whom our treatments are no longer as successful as they need to be.
The cutting-edge research we're doing today were innovative ideas. They require donor funders to come forward.
Fewer than 15% of studies get funding at the national level, and a lot of those larger studies that we submit for national funding require pilot projects and studies to help prove that our ideas are worthwhile to pursue. And it's small donations from donors and other organizations that move those research projects forward.
Donor gifts are absolutely critical in order for us to be able to bring those novel treatments from the lab into our clinics and to allow them to help our patients.
5 years ago, we wouldn't have imagined that the tools we're using today are real and in our clinics. Here at Fred Hutch, we're looking beyond for the tools of the future that are going to be the next breakthroughs.
We had an interesting question from Proazek there on if a monorail is a train.
It's out of the park. I guess. Yeah, that is. I mean, she hit the ball.
We didn't say it was a valid hit, alright?
Google says that they are different.
I mean, if we literally follow what the doc says, I guess a monorail is not a train. Friendly fire on an ally NPC and sell clothes from Typhon. I guess.
he was beating up Santa Claus and then he got naked, as you do. I mean, it's just a standard Thursday night for Typhon.
Is a tram a train? Probably.
Let me deal with one thing at a time. Can't believe I'm literally just having to Google what is a train.
3,000 years later.
Oh my god, is Prozac still loading?
It does seem to be that, yeah.
Oh my god, they put a phone in their hand.
Oh my god, that's
amazing!
Genius.
The goal sheet says you must hit someone with a vehicle and they must be defeated. I
think these requirements are given in this case.
Alright. A series of railroad cars moved as a unit by a locomotive or by integral motor. Wow, that was so unhelpful.
I've got a bingo board in space.
Oh boy.
Well, we got yeeted out the car!
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your reminder to always wear your seatbelt on the moving vehicle.
Especially while you're trying to destroy your car.
God damn it! Alright, I'm leaving. I can't be in this match anymore because I just realized that Ride a Train's on the board.